Rolling Stone magazine's Continuous History of Rock and Roll, Volume 1, number 29. This week, we take another look at the behind-the-scenes world of the rock producer, and we'll meet a man who's been successful both as producer and performer. I'm Gary Bridges. When we return, it's the man behind the music of Grand Funk Railroad.
We're coming to your town, way up your party down, we're an American man.
Patti Smith. Meatloaf. Janis Joplin.
Take me by the hand and play that game again.
And Utopia. As we present producer Todd Rundgren. Rock and roll bands don't just create music all by themselves. Like movies and television, record albums are made by technicians and dozens of behind-the-scenes people who try to create a personality for the band, to give it something to distinguish it from all the others. Usually the most important person behind the scenes of a record album is the producer. Like a film or TV director, the record producer helps a band shape its sound and gives it direction so the band can make the best music it knows how to. Todd Rundgren is one of rock's most interesting personalities, and he's established himself as one of the top performers and producers in the continuous history of rock and roll. Today you'll meet producer Todd Rundgren.
There ain't no reason why you let me wait. Just give me up and I will go. Let's set it straight. Let's set it straight. Let's set it. Got a right to who I am. And if I don't fit your plan, then set me free. But you refuse to set me free. Set me free. And you deny me of my needs. Don't deny me. You had me under lock and key. Set me free. Just set me free. Just set me free. You never cared for what I had to say. It's just because you got to have it all your way. Can't have it, just can't have it. Well, I ain't no Superman. If that's what you demand, then set me free. Would you please just set me free? Set me free. Don't get your fun just hurting me. Is that how you get your fun? How it's going to be. Set me free. Just set me free. Just set me free. Now I deserve to be as mad as hell because I just don't get it. I place myself in your hands to fall, but I'm not quitting, no. Feels like the time we spent was gone to waste. Sooner or later it's goodbye we're gonna say. Let's say it straight, let's say it. 'Cause you just don't give a damn. So go find some other man and set me free. Just don't refuse to set me free. Set me free. You can't deny me of my needs. Don't deny me of my needs. To give my dreams. Set me free. Just set me free. Just set me. Good as your place. Just set me free. You get your fun just hurting me. It's just that's how it's going to be. You set me free. Just set me free. But you refuse to set me free. You can't deny me of my needs.
Utopia, a band assembled and produced by Todd Rundgren. Our story of Todd Rundgren starts when Todd was in a group called the Nas in the mid-60s. The Nas began in Philadelphia in 1967, and it was in the Nas that Rundgren got his experience working in the studio, learning about recording techniques and perfecting his skills. The Nas was popular mostly in the northeastern United States. It had a bright, pop, almost Beatlesque sound. They did have a modest hit, Hello, It's Me, before they broke up in 1969. And Todd remembers that the Nas was pretty primitive by today's standards.
I think the Nas, in a lot of ways, was naive. It was good experience, I guess. It was not pleasant experience, but it was good experience. I had such strange personal experiences at the time that it's not especially pleasant to reminisce about for me.
Hello, it's me. I've thought about us for a long, long time. Maybe I think too much, but something's wrong. There's something here that doesn't last too long. Maybe I shouldn't think of you as mine. Seeing you or seeing anything as much as I do, I take for granted that you're always there. I take for granted that you just don't care. Sometimes I can't help seeing all the way through. It's important to me that you know you are free. 'Cause I never wanna make you change for me. Think of me. You know that I'd be with you if I could. I'll come around to see you once in a while. Or if I ever need a reason to smile, then spend the night if you think I should. It's important to me that you know you are free. 'Cause I never wanna make you change for me. Think of me. You know that I'd be with you if I could. I'll come around to see you once in a while. Or if I ever need a reason to smile, and spend the night if you think I should. Sometimes I thought it wasn't so bad. Sometimes I thought it wasn't so bad.
The first version of Todd Rundgren's Hello, It's Me, done by the Nas on the continuous history of rock and roll. In 1970, 20-year-old Todd Rundgren was already a studio veteran. Todd was a great experimenter, and he decided to do a solo album, really solo. He sang all the voice parts on his first album, Runt.
I had never sung, actually, a whole album before. So I was experimenting with a lot of different styles just to see what I could succeed at. Essentially, the first solo album was a experimental enterprise, just, you know, in exploring my own potential.
We gotta get you over. We better get walking. We're wasting time talking now.
We Gotta Get You a Woman made it to the top 20, which made it a fair-sized hit. But it caused people in the industry to notice Todd's production skills. His second album, Something Anything, was also pure Rundgren. On it was a hit remake of Hello, It's Me, and another hit, I Saw the Light. And success came as a surprise.
That song I wrote in about 15 minutes. It was really super simple song, easy to write and fairly easy to perform. I was somewhat surprised, I guess, when it became so successful. I always figured there had to be more work in it than that.
Todd Rundgren from his second solo album, Something Anything, on the continuous history of rock and roll. When we return, Todd talks about Grand Funk, Badfinger, and Patti Smith. This is the continuous history of rock and roll's chapter on producer Todd Rundgren.
I'll come around to see you once in a while, or if I ever need a reason to smile, and spend the night if you think I should.
At the same time singer Todd Rundgren was making hit albums, he was competing with producer Todd Rundgren for space on the record charts. When word got around that Rundgren had produced and engineered his own solo albums, he started to get requests to produce others. He worked with some of the really talented groups of the day like The Band, Jesse Winchester, and Paul Butterfield, and he had his first big success as producer for the British group Badfinger. Rundgren, though, doesn't have many fond memories of his experience with Badfinger or its mentor, George Harrison.
This is, a beef that I've had with Apple Records and the other people involved, for, ever since it happened. Because when I got involved, they had just scattered tracks laying around, and none of them finished, and none of them mixed. And most of them required additional overdubs and reworking and things like that, additional production. And then when the album was finally released, the original, people who'd done the original tracks took credit for it. George Harrison took credit for the tracks that he hadn't finished. Of course, he took the royalties on the songs as well, even though he didn't finish them. So I always consider that to be a sore spot.
I remember finding out about you. Every day my mind is all around you. Looking out from my lonely room, day after day. Bring it home, baby, make it soon. I give my love to you. I remember holding you while you sleep. Every day I feel the tears that you weep. Looking out of my lonely gloom, day after day. Bring it home, baby, make it soon. I give my love to you. Looking out of my lonely room, day after day. Bring it home, baby, make it soon. I give my love to you. I remember finding out about you. Every day my mind is all around you. Looking out of my lonely gloom, day after day. Bring it home, baby, make it soon. I give my love to you.
Badfinger, from their 1972 album Straight Up on Rolling Stone magazine's Continuous History of Rock and Roll.
I guess I believe that I'll see you one day, for without it there is no dream.
In the mid-1970s, manager Albert Grossman, who handled Bob Dylan, Janis Joplin, and the Band, among others, established Bearsville Records in Woodstock, New York. Rundgren was the label's staff producer. He also did independent work and produced the New York Dolls, the all-woman band Fanny, and Sparks. His most successful work of the time was with Grand Funk Railroad.
Tell everybody you know you got some rock and roll soul.
Grand Funk had been one of the most successful American groups of the late 60s, at a time when the charts and record shelves were practically owned by British names. They'd sold more records than any American band before them and had sold out dozens of arenas in both America and Europe. But by 1973, things had begun to change for the band. They'd fired and sued their manager, Terry Knight, and were looking for a new sound. Grand Funk added keyboard player Craig Frost and called on producer Todd Rundgren. The result was Grand Funk's only critically acclaimed album and their biggest single ever, We're an American Band. Todd says working with Grand Funk was one of his most satisfying projects.
I always like to recall the Grand Funk albums, not necessarily because the recording process was so memorable, but because it seemed to represent the ideal from a producer's standpoint of what recording should be. And as much as it took practically no time to make the records, and they sold millions, so it's, I feel in some sense all records should be like that all acts that come in should be prepared to create as much as possible, and then the record company should be prepared to promote afterwards.
Grand Funk from their Todd Rundgren produced album, We're an American Band. In the mid-1970s, Rundgren began a long-lasting association with Utopia, and since he's recorded albums alternating between Utopia and his own solo work.
Way down inside me there's a real man, a real man. Forget about bad feelings and be real.
In 1978, an old friend, Patti Smith, asked Rundgren to produce her fourth album, Wave. The result was one of Patti Smith's tightest, most controlled work, and also some of her best.
With me. Here I go, and I don't know why I flow so ceaselessly. Could it be he's taken over me? I'm dancing barefoot, heading for a spin. Some strange music draws me in, makes me come on like some heroin. She is sublimation, she is the essence of thee. She is concentrating on he, chosen of she. Here I go and I don't know why I spend so ceaselessly. Could it be he's taking over me? I'm dancing barefoot, heading for a spin. Some strange music draws me in, makes me come on like some heroin. Recreation, she intoxicated by thee. She has the slow sensation that he is levitating with she. Here I go, and I don't know why I spin so ceaselessly till I lose my sense of gravity. I'm dancing barefoot, in midair I spin. Some strange music draws me in, makes me come on like some heroin. Oh God, I fell for you. Light of our legs sweats in the dark like a face. The mystery of childbirth, childhood itself, grave visitations. What is it that calls us? Why must we pray screaming? Why must not death be redefined? We shut our eyes, we stretch out our arms and whirl on a pane of glass. An asphyxiation, a fix on anything. The line of life, the limb of the tree, the hands of he, and the promise that she is blessed among women.
Dancing Barefoot from Patti Smith's Wave. Todd Rundgren, besides producing, also played bass on that song. Although Wave was well received by critics, radio, and Patti Smith fans, Rundgren thinks his association with Patti didn't accomplish what it could have.
I think at this point she was looking for somebody to perform a miracle, you know. I don't really...
On the continuous history of rock and roll. There's more from producer Todd Rundgren, including his work with Meat Loaf, Utopia, and Janis Joplin, when we return after this. I'm Gary Bridges, and today we're getting a behind-the-scenes glimpse at the work of producer Todd Rundgren.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Oh, and I swear it's true. I was just about to say I know you.
In 1977, the Cleveland International record label introduced their first artist, a huge 260-pound singer named Meatloaf. Actually, Meatloaf was the voice for Jim Steinman's music, and the two of them auditioned for producer Todd Rundgren, who'd heard about him through a friend.
That was through Moogie Klingman. They arranged through him for me to see them audition, and it was just Meatloaf and Steinman at the piano. And they had a couple of background singers to sort of fill in. And the music just seemed so weird that I didn't think anybody would touch it, so that's why I did it.
Todd feels the album Bat Outta Hell was successful because the record company did a good job of letting people know about it.
I think the only reason why it did become so big is because the record company didn't give up on the record. You know, they worked the record for more than a year before they had any success with it.
It never felt so good, it never felt so right. And we're glowing like the metal on the edge of a knife. Glowing like the metal on the edge of a knife. Come on, hold on tight. Oh, come on, hold on tight. Oh, it's cold and lonely in the deep dark night. I can see hear my fault, you gotta drown out the radio. I've been waiting so long for you to come along and have some fun. Well, I gotta let you know, no, you're never gonna regret it. So open up your eyes, I got a big surprise. It'll feel alright, well, I wanna make your motor run. And now our bodies are whole so close and tight. It never felt so good, it never felt so right. And we're glowing like the metal on the edge of a knife. Glowing like the metal on the edge of a knife. Come on, hold on tight. Oh, come on, hold on tight. Oh, it's cold and lonely in the deep dark night. I can see paradise by the dashboard light. Oh, it's cold and lonely in the deep dark night. Paradise by the dashboard light. You got to do what you can, and let Mother Nature do the rest. But ain't no doubt about it, we were double blessed. 'Cause we were barely 17 and we were barely. We're gonna go all the way tonight, we're gonna go all the way tonight. We're gonna go all the way tonight, we're gonna go all the way tonight. We're gonna go all the way tonight, we're gonna go all the way tonight. We're gonna go all the way tonight, we're gonna go all the way tonight.
Okay, here we go. We got a real pressure cooker going here. Two down, nobody on, no score, bottom of the ninth. There's the windup, and there it is, a line shot up the middle. Look at him go. This boy can really fly. He's rounding first and really turning it on now. He's not letting up at all. He's going to try for second. The ball is bobbled out in center, and here comes the throw, and what a throw. gonna slide in head first. Here he comes. He's out. No, wait, safe at second base. This kid really makes things happen out there. Batter steps up to the plate. Here's the pitch, and he's going. And what a jump he's got. He's trying to third. Here's the throw. And in the dirt, safe at third. Holy cow, stolen base. Taking a pretty big lead out there. Almost daring him to try and pick him off. Pitcher glances over, winds up, and it's bunted down the third baseline. The suicide squeeze is on. Here he comes. Squeeze play is going to be close. Here's the throw. Here's the play at the plate. Holy cow, I think he's going to make it.
Stop right there. I gotta know right now. Before we go any further, do you love me? Will you love me forever? Do you need me? Will you never leave me? Will you make me so happy for the rest of my life? Will you take me away? Will you make me your wife? Do you love me? Will you love me forever? Do you need me? Will you never leave me? Will you make me so happy for the rest of my life? Will you take me away? Will you make me your wife? I gotta know right now. Before we go any further, do you love me? Will you love me forever?
Let me sleep on it, baby, let me sleep on it. Let me sleep on it, I'll give you an answer in the morning. Let me sleep on it, baby, let me sleep on it. Let me sleep on it, I'll give you an answer in the morning. Let me sleep on it, baby, let me sleep on it. Let me sleep on it, I'll give you an answer in the morning.
I gotta know right now, do you love me? Will you love me forever? Do you need me? Will you never leave me? Will you make me so happy for the rest of my life? Will you take me away? Will you make me your wife? I gotta know right now. Before we go any further, do you love me? Will you love me forever? What's it gonna be, boy? Come on, I can wait all night. What's it gonna be, boy? Yes or no? What's it gonna be, boy? Yes or no?
Let me sleep on it, baby, let me sleep on it. Well, let me sleep on it, I'll give you an answer in the morning.
I gotta know right now. Do you sleep on me? Will you let me
Baby, let me sleep on it.
Will you never leave me? Will you make me so happy for the rest of my life? Will you talk to me like I'll tell you in the morning? Right now, before we go any further, do you love me? Will you love me forever?
Let me sleep on it,
Will you love me forever?
let me sleep on it.
Will you love me forever?
I couldn't take it any longer. I was crazy when the feeling came up on me like a tidal wave. Started swearing to my God and on my mother's grave that I would love you till the end of time. I swore I would love you till the end of time. So now I'm praying for the end of time to hurry up and arrive. 'Cause if I gotta spend another minute with you, I don't think that I can really survive. I'll never break my promise or forget my vow. But God only knows what I can do right now. I'm praying for the end of time, that's all that I can do. Praying for the end of time so I can end my time with you.
Meatloaf from the album Bat Outta Hell, one of Todd Rundgren's most successful productions. In 1980, Todd Rundgren and Utopia recorded one of their most accessible albums ever. Up to that time, Utopia had been a cult favorite, but Rundgren's lighter solo material was always more popular. Adventures in Utopia, though, generated a lot of excitement outside the Utopia cult. In 1982, an album of previously unreleased Janis Joplin tracks called Farewell Song was put out by her record company, Columbia. Included in the album are several cuts with Big Brother and the Holding Company and some of her later work. One of the hottest tracks on the album is One Night Stand, which happens to have been produced by Todd Rundgren. Looking back on his producing career, Todd says for him, producing is a question of art, not business.
Not all of them have been commercially successful. As a matter of fact, a small percentage of them are commercially successful. Since I don't really operate according to a formula, I'm more or less trying to meet the immediate needs of the act, whatever they might happen to be. And a lot of time they're not commercial needs, they're artistic needs.
When I'm on the road, playing in a town without a name, and I'm feeling low and everybody looks the same. Well, you catch my eye and then you come on strong and try to make your play. Just because we love tonight, please don't you think it's gonna stay that way? Don't you know that you're nothing more than a one-night stay? Tomorrow I'll be on my way and you can catch me if you can. Wanna take me by the hand and play that game again? Yeah. Everywhere I go, the people wanna make some time with me. That's okay, if the next day I can be free. Well, it's feeling good and you're the one I'm loving tonight. Well, don't you go and spoil it, babe, by trying to get yourself all the time. Don't you know that you're nothing more than a one-night stay? I'll be on my way and you can catch me if you can. Wanna take me by the hand and play that game again? When I'm on the road, playing in a town without a name, and I'm feeling low, everyone looks the same. Well, it's looking good, and you're the one that's loved me tonight. Don't you go and spoil it, babe, by trying to get yourself all the time. Don't you know that you're nothing more than a one-night stay? I'll be on my way, and you can catch me if you can. Wanna take me by the hand and play that game again? Don't you know that you're nothing more than a one-night stand? Well, I'll be on my way and you can catch me if you can. Wanna take me by the hand and play that game again? Don't you know that you're nothing more than a one-night stand?
The late Janis Joplin, from an album released over 10 years after her death, Farewell Song, and a track produced by Todd Rundgren. We'll be back with some final thoughts from Todd on producing, and we'll give you an address where you can write us in just a moment. Todd Rundgren, singer, songwriter, and producer, is one of rock's most interesting personalities. Unlike many producers, it's tough to pin Rundgren down to a particular style. Through his solo work and recordings with Utopia, Rundgren's covered the entire rock spectrum, from pop ballads to heavy metal and everything in between. Well, what is it that draws him to the groups he produces?
A number of factors. To be honest, production is a livelihood for me, so a lot of times it's financial. Then beyond that, it's something that I find intriguing or challenging as a project. Something that hopefully has some redeeming value musically, or even great commercial potential, if I recognize it. But it has to be more than just commercial potential. It has to have some musical validity. They have to want you to do it first for you to have any success as a producer. it's too big a responsibility. You know, you can't say, go in and say, let me run your life for a month, you know, or let me take your musical direction in my hands, you know. It's something that has to come from the other side.
And what's Todd Rundgren up to? He produced the recent Touch and New England albums. He continues to work with Utopia, last heard on their Swing to the Right album. And one of rock's most prolific audio producers has invested a lot of time and money in video production, something he sees as an important means of expression.
I got interested in the potential, not only from the abstract standpoint, but from working with it hands-on, from the real-time interactive standpoint. You know, the fact that you could do nearly the same things you can do in film, but you can see it immediately and know that it's right or wrong. I don't necessarily feel that video is the only area of visual expression, you know, worthwhile area of visual expression. I'm interested in film as well. I think in the long run there may be a whole other movement that may come out of these new technologies.
Our series on producers will continue in a few weeks, so be listening for it. And if you'd like to drop us a line and give us your reaction to the continuous history of rock and roll, here's the address: 745 Fifth Avenue, New York, New York, 10151, or write in care of this station. The Continuous History of Rock and Roll is produced by Denny Somack and R.D. Steele for Rolling Stone Magazine Productions. I'm Gary Bridges. Join us next week when Rolling Stone Magazine explores another chapter in the continuous history of rock and roll.